Pippen against LeBron. Inside, here's Doherty. And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
No denying that injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the
Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
James, he trains the turnaround jump shot.
I like the recognition.
Brad Doherty pulls it in. The Cavaliers trail by 5. James with it, guarded now by Dennis Rodman. Can't get it to fall.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Back to Rose. To the middle. Here's Gilmore. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now, here is Irving. Back to LeBron. Wants to get it to Irving and does. And he gets the bucket.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time. You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
Chicago making some changes. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Rodman. Jimmy Butler comes in for Scottie Pippen. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Michael Jordan. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Dort. Ilgauskas comes in for Larry Nance. Williams, he's checked in for Mark Price. And Andre Wade on the wing. Back to Rose. Butler on the wing. Noah the screen. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gilmore. Out to Wade. Beyond the arc. And he gets it to go.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Outside Williams from past the arc. That's good, and it's Miller with the assist. Williams has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Wade against Williams. Foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first personal foul. Here is Williams. Miller outside. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Takes the 13-footer. Shot is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Bulls lead by 3. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. He's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him, nothing rattles him.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Irving is out there with Price. Then there's Doherty. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Williams at the power forward. Irving kicks to Nance. To the middle. Here's Doherty. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
Irving a screen on Jordan. Price, the pass to Irving. Pippen with the steal. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Doherty, the screen. Nance a screen on Rose. Irving can't get it to go. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down.
To see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Gordon's checked in for Rose. And so Jordan nails both of them.
And, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls' front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him. He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The drive by Jordan, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team, a true warrior, even in an off year.
Left side, Irving. Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Noah. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Doherty's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Irving drives in. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Some changes for Chicago. Garbage man, he's checked in for Noah. Jimmy Butler comes in for Pippen. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Jordan. Rodman sets a screen. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now.
And injuries once again were a central theme of the Bulls season last year. Losing Rose was one thing, but then having Jimmy Butler lose a lot of time put them in such a tough spot.
LeBron dishes to Ilgauskas. 6 on the shot clock. Williams outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. Miller's got 3 assists in the game.
And really, how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
Right on target you are, Greg. I mean, the quick release is what made the difference there. Any hesitation, and that shot is being blocked.
Kicks it out to James. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clarkie can do to mitigate losing your starting backcourt.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the Bulls from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Wade penetrating.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Cavaliers.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Chicago.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And Butler, here we go. The Bulls have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And he makes the first, but misses the second.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well, seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions, finally transferred to a major college, and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Now here's Williams. Here's Varejao. And that misses. That would have put him up. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Bulls out front, leading by a point. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. An outstanding first quarter for Derrick Rose. He had 10 points and 2 assists. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Well, their playmakers were in top form tonight. They showed great court vision and great ball movement. That's why they had so many assists. It's much easier to defend guys who don't want to pass the basketball.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters.
Some good play from Rose in this one. 10 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So for Chicago right now, Dennis Rodman is out there with Garbage Man. Then it's Pippen. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Jordan in at the shooting guard. James kicks to Price. And it's blocked by Jordan. Irving against Rose. Here's Gilmore. Bank shot. No good.
I don't know how that one doesn't go in. Nice cushion between him and the defender.
Price with the ball. He's picked up by Pippen. For the lead. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Cleveland shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
And for Blatt, Greg, everyone did wonder if he would be the right fit early. As the season wore on and the Cavs got tougher, those questions, Clark, went away.
Yeah, and I think most people forget that he's an iconic coaching legend overseas.
Good point, yeah.
So coaching is coaching. Sure, it's not the NBA, but this guy brought a pedigree and resume that was quite substantial.
The first one falls.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
Price outside. Launches it. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
Talking about the strength of LeBron now, we saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
That's good. Rodman's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Irving passes to LeBron. Irving dishes to James. Shot is off. Nice D from Pippen. Here's Jordan. Connects on the foul line jumper. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Right wing. Here's Price. The good-looking shot from the wings. Price has got 5 now. Chicago calls timeout.
And listen, Cleveland were the favorites to win the Central Division last season. High expectations given they finished third in the Central in 2014. But that's just what adding LeBron can do for a team.
Chicago making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Williams, he's checked in for Cleveland. They get it back. Rodman. The shot misses. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. There's a screen. Williams kicks to James. Dishes it to Irving. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Clock at 6. The drive by James. Another miss by James. Cleveland did win the Central, as you alluded to. Won 11 in-division games against what was a very tough division.
No easy opponents in that Central Division last year. 3 teams in the playoffs, and 1 was knocking on the door. The Cavs did what they needed to do to bring home the banner.
Irving kicks to Price. Lots of room. Chicago grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The drive by Jordan. They now take the lead. Jordan's got 6 here in this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Butler, he's checked in for Chicago. Wade comes in for Michael Jordan. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Dorton. Ilgauskas comes in for Williams. And Miller's subbed in for Mark Price.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
It's deflected, and here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Wade with the block, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. Mo Williams is checked in for Irving. James outside, out to the wing. And Butler sends it back. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. 1:30 left to play in the third. Clock is at 3. Unloads from 13. That one wide left. Bulls have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. And stolen by James. Oh, and he can't cap off the break.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate, embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
54 seconds left in the third quarter. That's good.
Boy, that mid-range jumper is a beautiful thing to have in your bag, and they've had it going today.
And some say it's a lost art, but they're getting excellent results with it tonight.
Wade gets the bucket.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Here's Varejao. Yes, it's James picking up the assist.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
Here's Butler. Gets it to fall from the right block. Butler's got the game tied up here for the Bulls. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Miller. He's been patient so far. Nothing.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers lead by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. And here's Cleveland. The lead is 2, so on the floor for Cleveland. Doherty is out there with Larry Nance. Then there's Irving. Then it's Miller, and it's LeBron in at the small forward.
In the mid-range, rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
8 feet away, James with another miss.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
The Cavaliers leading by 4. The dish to Miller. They set the screen. Back to James. And there's the foul, and it's on Garbage Man. That's foul number 2 for him. Price is checked in for the Cavaliers.
Substitution, Martin Price.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And the jam by Larry Nance.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Wade, right side. Shoots from 12. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And they'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Irving passes to LeBron. The feed now to Doherty. Here's Price. Wade with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. And Doherty kicks to Irving. Some solid defense from Rose. Bulls trail by 4. And here we go. The Bulls fetch break. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
D. Wade playing well. He has 9 points and a couple of great-looking rejections. So far, 2 blocks.
Yeah, you know, he's had a great feel for their ball movement down low and for where to be when the shot's going up.
Pippen's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Wade drops them both. For Cleveland, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Irving dishes to Nance. Here's the screen. Feeds it to Price. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And Brad Doherty with the slam.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris. Irving passes to LeBron. They set the pick. Irving kicks to James. Charity stripe shot. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Passes it to Gilmore. Back to Jordan. It's stolen by Nance. Price against Rodman. Price kicks to James. Fires from 14, and that one's good. Price. Now it's a 6-point Cavalier lead. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
And guys, the thing that jumps out at me is their block shots. I mean, they're playing up on the shooters tightly, and then they're sending them packing. I mean, putting those shots in reverse, all in a clear, good day's work.
Irving against Rose. Here's Jordan on the money with the open jumper.
That's what I call a captivating move there. He absolutely incinerated the D with that one.
The Cavaliers leading by 6. Left side, Nance. Now here's Doherty. Defense is right there. 5 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. LeBron with another miss. Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
There's a minute 40 left here in the fourth quarter.
Spacing.
Knocked away. LeBron dishes to Irving. A second chance effort. There's the nice layup by Doherty. Doherty's got 4 points this quarter.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Throws it up high, and LeBron throws it down.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Clark, what about the finish? Bring her down with some thunder.
Yeah, lightning too.
But guys, the pass for me, even better. He absolutely put that on a platter for him.
Offensive rebound. Here's Gilmore, and he bounces to the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
You know, that just can't happen. They need much more effort than that on the glass.
On the wing, Irving. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs. Bulls have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
Boy, you got to build a wall around the bucket to keep this man down.
You know, Clark, and even then, he might just go over it.
He could.
Look at this. Check out the elevation he gets.
Major.
Wow, I tell you, I just cannot get enough of those kind of plays. What a record.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Here's Rodman. It falls. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. 22 points, and he's played the role of the pest today, too. I mean, he's caused a bunch of turnovers.
And it also tells you just how high his basketball IQ is. I mean, seeing plays develop before anyone else does on the court.
He's able to hit the second one, and that increases their lead to 6.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Connects! And now they trail by just 4.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
Here's Rose. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're behind by 6. 15 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
And I'm not sure the 2-point bucket does much here. I think they got to go for 3.
Yeah, it's no-brainer, partner. I mean, that's their only choice. Shoot the 3 and hopefully get it down and then foul.
Money!
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
And he does get the second one. And that puts them up by 5. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're losing by 5. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Rose. Rodman down low, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for Rodman. And the Cavaliers call time here. They're leading by 3. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Scotty, that's his 5th personal foul. Shooting for Chicago. LeBron James taking 2 shots.
It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. From deep, Rose off target. So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good...
Thank you, Kevin LeBron.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire. And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal,